Hi there, Baroness Jenny here for the Baron's Party Paints. I'll tell you one thing, I was just setting up for this mini and I was looking at it initially thinking, oh, there's barely any different colours on there. I can get this one knocked out in about 2 minutes. And I've just looked at the vast array of colours that are actually on him and realised that this is going to take me a little while. Not that I mind, it's nice to talk to all of you. So what do we have here? A green salad, which I am going to persist in pronouncing that way, because it really annoys my husband. No, this is a green Slaad. The magic-using frog people monsters who are just frankly awful. Oh, good God, where do we start? There's a lot of colours going on there. Alright, let's start with the big basic colour. Moot green for his skin. It's a really, really vibrant and bright green, a lot brighter than he probably ought to be, but I figured I really like moot green and it's my minifigure, so there. Then there's these, like, shoulder paddy things. On the actual example, I think it's supposed to be, like, seaweed and stuff that he's wearing. At least that's what I'm assuming, anyway, so I've done that up in wag flesh, which I know I'm pronouncing right, I've heard that one said. And his belly and his chin are in Death Guard green, so I ended up using all of my green colours at them. Well, all the greens I've got at the minute anyway. I'm definitely going to buy more greens, it's my favourite colour. His eyes are Retributor Armour. It's a lovely bright gold colour, it does make them look ethereal and weird. It's very good for if you've got monsters. You'll also see he's got a few bits of jewellery on his stomach and a few highlighted bits on his little handbag there. That's again, Retributor Armour. Ooh, and there's a big pendant dangling on his loincloth, which is a horrible thing to have to say, that is a lovely, lovely purple colour. It's a new one I bought. It's called Gene Stealer Purple. It's so pretty. I hate that this is probably the first time I used it. There's little bits of cloth that he seems to have just got tied around the... What function do those spiky things form on the back of his... well, back? What are they for? Oh, I dread to think. Sorry, yes, that's Cantor Blue. It's a nice dark deep blue, sort of denim-y colour of blue that I've just used as, like, highlighter bits for these scraps of cloth that he seems to have tied around himself at random. There's quite a lot of where is it? Celestra Grey as well, which I've used just to colour in any bits that I couldn't quite work out what else they should be. Just a nice basic grey. If I change my mind later, I can paint over it. Oh, his shorts are also that nice shade of dark green wag flesh. So clearly he just likes wearing wag flesh. Oh, actually, speaking of flesh, you'll notice that his loincloth and I guess it's... well, it's certainly dressed as a shirt, anyway. The bit of cloth that he's got wrapped round his back are a sort of funny shade of brown, aren't they? That's because it is Bugman's Glow, which I was actually sold as a flesh tone, and it works really good as tan skin. I used that and then put a coat of Rakeland flesh. Let's pronounce it right this time. That is Rakeland flesh over the top. It makes it look like tanned leather. Just it makes it look like tanned human leather, which, let's be honest here, this guy would definitely wear. To be honest, he's got quite a heavy coating of Rakeland flesh all over him, just to make him look a little bit more natural and slimy and gross. What else have we got on here? There's lots of Mornfang brown, I think mostly on his, I'd say shoes and braces, but they're not really that, it's more just like leather strips he's tied around himself. These things look like they've heard of clothes but don't really understand the concept. Oh, you will notice there are a variety of different flavours of skull on his staff. Oh, there's a human one on there. I hadn't spotted. There's several human ones. Why is there one massive human one and then like 2 much smaller human ones? This guy's killed Goliath or something. I've used my standard rule for bone for those. I used Rakarth flesh with a coating of Rakeland flesh. I am very, very determined to pronounce it right every time now. It definitely just makes it look like bone to me. Oh, his staff is Mornfang brown as well. Then we have a look at his magic. I've got this thing where I feel like mage's magic should be a colour that is just uniquely theirs, or if not uniquely theirs, all mage's magic should come through in different colours. I'll admit a lot of this has been influenced by Liam O'Brien's character on Critical Role, because obviously Caleb's magic for the most part is ambers, oranges, reds. But I really like that as a concept. It just seems like magic should be personal if it's something that you yourself are commanding the world to do. Celadine's, for example, always comes through in sparkling blues. Very much... Actually, Eldod's does as well, now I think about it. If it's a spell that is uniquely theirs, it is in lovely shades of blue for them. But Slaads, they live in weird places. And when I asked my husband about what sort of heavy colours they would have there, he actually suggested purples and golds. So what I've ended up doing is my usual technique where I don't have a wash, but I'll make one, goddammit. I've done a wash of Gene Stealer Purple. Just for the base of his magic, which is actually coming through. Amazingly, I really thought the other colour would have overpowered it, but you can definitely see shades of purple in there. And then once again, the same sort of technique, just take a blob of the paint, water it down with your paint water until it's just about thin enough, and then just swipe all over. Give it a little dab if it's pooled a bit too much in a few places. And I did the exact same thing with Retributor Armour Gold. A little bit of Retributor Armour Gold dipped in some water again, then coated, dabbed away where it pooled a bit too much. It really does highlight all those little indents, I guess you'd call them? Yeah. It highlights all the shapes in his magic anyway. Oh, there's one more thing I can tell you about. It might not be the first figure that I've actually done this on, but it's definitely the first one I'm going to talk about it. The base where he's actually standing, you can see I've coated that in a paint that actually looks sandy. Well, that's because it kind of is. It's a texture paint from Citadel Miniatures called Armageddon Dust. It's really cool. It's got... I don't know if it's got grains of actual sand in it or what. I don't understand the process. I only know I love it. But it does, again, look exactly like actual earth, and I really needed to use that for him. It should look like he's just stepped out of a swamp. Okay, well, that was my video on the Salad. Who has way too many skulls on that staff. That is very concerning. Also, he has a tiny handbag, and that makes me happy. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later about another mini, I'm absolutely sure. Please like, subscribe, and watch our videos of our campaigns. Honestly, most of the time we're really funny, and other times we argue with each other. Yay! Also, we sort of lose the plot and miss the point quite a lot as well, according to our GM. That's concerning, right? Okay, bye!